welcome back to the channel. To you know, Ozzy. If you're not already subscribed, I appreciate subscribing and hit a like. Put those bell notifications if you like as well. So today's topic is first timers to HHN, or in general any type of hunt. I highly recommend everybody do a hunt. In their life. Try it out. Try something new. Get out of your comfort zone. Straightforward. The main topic is what to expect when you go to one of these hunts, or my favorite hunts, Halloween Horror Nights, which I will discuss more in detail in this video. Halloween Horror Nights, to me, it's one of those events that gets you out of your seat and gets you hyped up and gets you motivated to save some money to experience it. To be honest with you, Halloween Horror Nights has been in my life since I was a young kid. I've been going to it mostly every year. There was 3 years that I was absent from the event, to be honest with you. But I've been going since I was 13 years old. And my older sister got me into horror, from the genres of the classic Universal monsters to what we now know, like Stranger Things, Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends. The Michael Myers genre is one of my top favorite ones. My favorite Universal monster, it is the Creature of the Black Lagoon, aka my guy Gilman. It's one of those events where I'm looking forward to every season. As soon as I see any type of speculation map, I want to know what could possibly come to the event and get me even more hyped. So, to speak to the people that have never been to no Horror Nights event, I do recommend you try it out. And first things first, my tips and advice to you first timers. Tip number one: if you do not want to be nowhere near any type of monster, creature, etc., I recommend all these safe zones. What I mean by safe zones, I mean areas that are not in that centerfold around scare zones or even the house. Universal Studios Hollywood over here, when they have their HHN, there is certain areas that don't have any spookiness, just like the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, where now, last year it was finally open. Prior years it wasn't. But that is one area I recommend. If you want to slowly start, go through a scare zone, be careful. Once you get to that section, go to Wizarding World, go enjoy the Forbidden Journey and the Flight of Hippogriff, if that's your cup of tea. But I recommend those two rides. I actually have videos on those. That will be my first tip for you. Go to a safe zone, or go into the store where they have merch. Maybe you're interested just getting some merch, getting that feel of the vibe. If later on, I know for a fact Universal will sell, I think they're called Frequent Fear Pass for the Halloween Horror Nights event. So I do recommend getting one of those. That way you could go multiple times, and it saves you more buck for your money in the long run, instead of paying multiple day. Tip number two would be plain and simple. Do what I'm doing now, recording something. When you record, I have noticed in past years, or in previous years, that when I start recording the monster, they try to avoid me because they know we're trying to get footage of them. So my advice is for you to avoid them at all costs. Just pretend like you are actually recording them, or making like your own little vlog, because that's going to distract them from them doing their job and scaring you, because they're going to start noticing, oh, so you just want to get me on screen, so let me dodge you out of my way. My third tip I recommend is also take photos. Just start taking photos of anything. That will not get any monster around you, because I noticed I've done that before, where I take photos and they try to scare me, and I just stay focused on one area. That's my tip. I know it sounds pretty dumb, but it's it's honestly a smart tip. Just pretend like you're looking at Starbucks or a Universal Plaza. Just stare at something. They will not bug you. Tip number 4 is being a large group. Being around people that have already been to the event can actually help you, because the larger the group is, the chances I say a roaming chainsaw is gonna go through the middle of you guys trying to break you guys up. But yeah, you're still in a big budget group. I recommend inviting people who've been to the event, inviting newcomers with you, so that way you get that more encouragement to get out and enjoy the fun. Um, those are the only tips I have that I recommend for you new timers. But I will say, to get you pumped up to these houses or mazes, they call them here in Hollywood, start looking up what type of house it is. Start looking up the movie or the comic, etc., what it may be. So, for example, Universal Monsters. For any newcomers that don't know about the Universal Monsters, go to YouTube channels. Just look up what the Universal Monsters are, so you'll know what to expect when you go into an actual maze. Same thing with the second house that was revealed this year, Halloween. Look up Halloween and you'll start seeing it's Michael Myers. It's just a guy wearing a white mask and a suit that looks like he's a mechanic. But you know what to expect in the house. Most of the time, all these houses, or mazes as we call them here in Hollywood, try to continue the same story with little twists and turns. So I kind of recommend you getting more knowledge before you go to these events. And like I said, the last tip I forgot to mention was to avoid all the scare zones, the houses. Go get something to eat and refreshment. Go eat. Stay hydrated. It does get sometimes warm at the beginning of September when the event starts. So when you're eating, ain't nobody gonna bug you when you're eating. You know, that'll be wrong if some monster just comes and creeps over you when you're munching on your food and bam, you spill it. No, they're not gonna do it. They're gonna respect that. So I do recommend you go ahead and get yourself some tasty treats, because I know the event brings out some epicness treats. Like last year, my friends TLEV Media and I shared a hot dog, a giant glizzy. It was like a 22-inch hot dog, where we had to cut it in 4 pieces for all of us to eat. So enjoy the treats. You know, go look at the merch, go look at the treats, go look at the history of the houses or mazes, and always be prepared. And that's mostly the main things I could tell you guys newcomers. Once you experience it one time, you'll want to come back a second time, and you're going to want to keep doing it. So, as I always say, every day is a blessing. Thanks for watching, and this is a short, brief explanation for my new people coming to HHN this year. So, as always, see you on the next one.